My friends, I am coming to you from the wintry tundra of New Orleans. Y'all, we had a crazy, call it snow blizzard, at least for us, 100, I think 116-year event. Y'all, I'm getting tired of being a part of history, these once in a lifetime moments, but nonetheless, crazy to have 10 inches of snow here in New Orleans yesterday. But that isn't stopping me. I am still cranking out one video a day for the first 100 days of 2025. And let's go. Today's topic is the number one thing that I wish everyone in my life would do in 2025. Now, obviously, when it comes to people in my life, whether you're an acquaintance, a friend, a family member, a student, whoever you may be in my life, obviously there's a lot that I want for you, right? I want good health. I want you to have prosperity. I want you to be able to build wealth. I want you to be able to have good relationships, all those things, right? But the reality is that if I could wish for one thing for everyone in my life, it would be the thing that has probably gotten me the most benefits out of life. And I feel like that's a big thing to say, but like when I think back to it, this has been a consistent source of really success, right? And it can lead to success, and it can mean success in for many different areas in life. So what is that? So the number one thing I wish for everyone in my life to do, 2025, and beyond, is to pick one thing, just one thing, and put in the reps. What do I mean by that? So it's the idea that so many people, they're like, oh, they're really good at grand ideas, right? Like, oh, I saw something on social media. This guy was walking around, he had $100. And he goes, he went up to every single person. He was like, I'll give you $100 to feed me. Most people are like, hey, I'm too busy, this, that, and the other. And this woman was like, sure, fine, come back to my house, I'll feed you. And she was tearing up because the $100 meant something to her. And overall, she ended up saying, my goal is to become a billionaire so I can help a lot of people. And I love that for her, but one of the big things in life is like we can have those big goals. Like being a billionaire is a huge goal, and the reality is that most people, we overestimate what we can do in a year, right? But we underestimate what we can do in 5 or 10 years. And so one of the biggest things I would encourage folks to do is, yes, it's important to dream big, but when you dream and when you set goals, say, hey, what would actually get me there? And figure out what the actions would be required to get you there. So maybe your goal is to buy real estate, right? Like to own rental properties, to buy, and maybe it's not just to do it for the first time, maybe it's to buy more. Well, one of the most consistent action items tied to owning real estate is making offers, right? There's no closings without an offer made, right? And so a lot of times people come to me, hey, Courtney, I had a goal last year to buy my first rental property or another rental property, and I didn't get it. And I said, and a lot of times I'll usually say, hey, I'm sorry to hear that. Tell me, what did your year look like? How many, do you know how many properties you walked? How many properties you ran the numbers on? What I call underwriting. How many properties did you underwrite? How many properties did you make offers on? And a lot of times most people can't answer that, right? And so whatever your goal is, again, we're so prone and almost, I don't want to say taught, but influenced to make a goal that is, I want to own real estate, right? And then the goal becomes around that, but yet we don't focus on the action needed, and so maybe the goal is I want to lose weight. Okay, that's good, right? Like that's fine, but what is going to help you do that? Maybe your goal is to work out once a day or to work out 3 times a week or something, right? And so there is a level that I would encourage you. I've been saying this over and over again with your goal setting is, yes, set a target, but you need to tie an action item to it, right? Set a measurable target, so something to tell you whether you've achieved it, right? So don't say I want to invest in real estate in 2025. Say I want to buy one house. I want to buy 5 houses, right? But then you also, so you know if you've attained it or not, right? But then on the other part of that, you have to tie that to an action item. So I usually average around 30 plus closings a year, and closing deals, things like that. And so one of the things that, so for 2025, keeping with that trend, I know that my goal for 2025 to keep with that is going to be make 15 offers a month. If I make 15 offers a month regularly, then I know that my business basically, I'm out there doing enough and stirring it up enough, lifting up and looking up under enough rocks, that I am bound to get some accepted offers and deals moving forward. So today is the 22nd of January. Obviously, we've got just a about a week left in the month, and I just looked. I in the notes section on my phone, I have a note that says 2025 offers, literally January. And it's, I have like January, February, I have every month lined out. And so, like, for example, February says 0 out of 15, March says 0 out of 15. Well, January, I just went and looked, and I have made 11 offers out of 15. And next to it, I have in parentheses, I have all the, not necessarily the addresses, but it could be like, for example, I just made an offer today on one in Tigfall, or, it could be, whether it's the address, the person, I kind of put some shorthand there, right? And so I have them all lined out. And the reality there, some of those offers were like, hey, it's a no for me unless you can do this, right? It is, there's a level there that, they're not all 15, I'm ready to roll today, in the sense of like a clear yes, like they're going to accept it, I'm going to accept it, or, stuff like that. So keep in mind though, I'm pitting in the reps. And what does pitting in the reps do? It means that you're out there and you're working that muscle and you're putting in the work. You know, think about it. Mastery comes, right, with those 10,000 hours, right? I'm pitting in the time. And most people are not willing to put in the time. They're not willing to put in the work. I have made so much money off of other people's laziness. And I know that can sound braggadocious to say, but the reality is that most people are not willing, right? The hustle is sold separate. People can watch, a TikTok or a YouTube all day long. They can read a book, they can listen to a podcast, but then to go and actually apply it, oh no, no, no. Like, I didn't sign up for that part, right? But this is where you can actually change your life. And so for everyone in my life, the thing that I wish they would do in 2025, I wish that they would pick one thing. Again, it could be related to their health. So one of my things with health is that I want to put in 7,500 steps for the day. And I want to consistently do that, right? And so there's a level that, it could be that you want to read one book a month. It could be that you want to, whatever it is, it's that you're putting in the rep. Again, so many times people are so good at the big dream, but they forget that, how do you eat an elephant? It's one bite at a time. And so I would encourage you, my friends, what do you need to do in 2025? What reps do you need to put in? Now, don't have 50 different things where you're like, oh, well, my reps are going to be 5 pages a day, and it's going to be, 7,500 steps a day, and it's going to be make 15 phone calls a day and 12 the like, look, I did 75 hard. I get that. That is not a sustainable lifestyle. You can do it for a period of time, but it, for those of you not familiar with 75 hard, it is, a list of things that you do every single day. And that's good and fine, right? I have done 75 hard and you can do that, but it's not the most sustainable lifestyle. Plenty of days it was super hard to get through the whole list. But that's my thought, right? Anyone in my life, right? It does not have to be real estate specific. It does not have to be wealth building specific. It can just be improvement specific. It can be, progress. Maybe someone in my life says, hey, Courtney, I have some debt. Okay, well then let's put in the reps. Maybe there's, plenty of things. Plenty of things you could do. For example, you could sit down and build out 50 ideas of how you could either save money or make money. That could be, um, cutting, your neighbor's yard. It could be, canceling a subscription. It could be, selling some stuff in the garage. It could be whatever. And then you go do those reps, right? And maybe that your goal, your big goal is to pay off, let's just say 25,000 in debt for the year. Well, then how could you do that? That's a big goal. How do you eat that elephant one bite at a time? So guys, this is my charge to you in 2025. Please find your one thing, whatever your big goal is for 2025, and say, what action do I need? And then chew it up into a size that you can actually handle. Again, you want it to be where it's a challenge, enough of a challenge. But if you have never made an offer in real estate in your life, 15 offers a month is probably not it for you, right? If you just want to buy one property a year, 15 offers a month is probably not it for you. Someone, I just got done with my Fix Your Income workshop. By the way, I should have bought a lottery ticket. I picked this crazy blizzard of all time to do a workshop in person. And so shout out to all the participants who were very flexible and toughed it out with me during the crazy snow day on Monday and Tuesday, specifically on Tuesday when, we're sitting here, I'm teaching all day and watching just this blizzard come out. But anyway, someone was like, hey, my goal is to buy one rental property. And so I said, look, a fantastic goal would be to at least make one offer a month, at least one offer, right? Because at the end of the year, at least you would have made 12 offers. And then, if you can get one offer accepted out of 12, you're doing good, right? And so that's why I said at least one offer. And then by the end of the year, I mean, you've gone through and you've put in the work. Think about your muscle. Think about like going to the gym, right? If you've never done a deadlift, that's one thing. But if you're consistently doing it, you're getting stronger at it. You're getting better at it, and that muscle is growing. All right, guys, I think I've beaten this horse here, but at the end of the day, I want to encourage you to isolate, take your big goals, break them down, focus on the action needed, because you can dream all you want, but you've got to tie it to some action-based items. All right, cheering you on in 2025. And I'm curious, let me know, what is the thing that you're going to put reps in 2025? It could be, again, it could be related to anything. It doesn't have to be real estate related. I'm curious. I want to hear. All right, guys, tune in tomorrow for another video, one video a day for the first 100 days of 2025. Appreciate you.